Okay, it looks like we're ready to get this second half underway. Crowd, you know how to help us in 5, 4.
The Conviction towing the line, wearing the star for Sin City.
Wreck and Glamour out there wearing the star for the first time tonight for the Junction City Trainwrecks.
And Geneva Conviction screams through lead jammer for Sin City.
Geneva Conviction calling off that jam. 2 points for Geneva Conviction, nothing for Wreck and Glamour. Score currently at 96-38. Sin City Roller Girls with a healthy lead starting off this second half of play.
Jason Massacres towing the line.
Looks like Kilopatra out there wearing the star for the Trainwrecks. You notice Stardust Dukes lining up behind the jammers. That's so she can pick up a minor penalty and get her time in the penalty box out of the way. Sin City Roller Girls starting this one off very, very, very slow. Oh, now we have a little bit of forward momentum.
Looks like Jason Massacre going to the penalty box. Making this a power jam. Kilopatra's making it through, but not lead jammer. And that makes the roller derby go. Nothing like stroller derby to put your fans to sleep.
Looks like Kilopatra now getting sent to the penalty box. That means as soon as her butt is in that seat, the other jammer is released, and Kilopatra will now serve the same amount of time that the initial jammer served in the penalty box.
That also means there's no lead jammer for this jam, which means it'll go on for a full 2 minutes. The skater cannot become a lead jammer if she has been in the penalty box during that particular jam.
Chainsaw Massacre right through the back. She picks up 5 points for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Looks like Junction City has a full penalty box right now. Only 2 skaters on the track. And that is the end of the 2-minute jam that started very, very slowly. We'd like to say thank you to Wasatch CrossFit with their head trainer, Damon Stewart. Go check them out. They're on East Gentile Street in Layton, Wasatch CrossFit.
Wearing star for Junction City, it's Zelda Cruz. The Force out there towing the line for Sin City.
The Force screaming through the front of the pack. She picks up lead jammer status. Zelda Cruz also free of the pack. Both jammers now on their scoring runs. Force calling off that jam. 2 points racked up on the board for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Nothing for the Trainwrecks. We'd like to say thank you to Ace Coin, traders of rare gold and silver coins and all kinds of other cool coins. Go check them out. They're on 4100 South in Taylorsville. Ace Coin.
Geneva Conviction out there again for the Sin City Roller Girls. Wrecking Glamour out there toeing the line for Junction City.
Wrecking Glamour taking a big hit. She goes out to the inside, coming out of turn number 1. Geneva Conviction taking a hit to the outside on the far straightaway. Both jammers caught up in the middle of the pack. Geneva Conviction caught up behind a big wall of turquoise up in the front. Wrecking Glamour cannot even break into the back of the pack. We are slowing down to a crawl as neither team wants to let the other's jammer through.
Wrecking Glamour actually breaks through first. Lead jammer for Junction City. Wrecking Glamour.
Geneva Conviction also free of the pack.
Geneva Conviction lapping Wrecking Glamour. Clearly does not want to let it go.
Wrecking Glamour picking up 4 points.
Wrecking Glamour calling off the jam.
Geneva Conviction picking up 2 more points before Wrecking Glamour able to call that one off. Looks like 6 points total for Geneva Conviction, 4 for Wrecking Glamour. Score currently 113-44. Fabulous Sin City Roller Girls in the lead still. 23 and a half minutes left in this second half of play. Remember to stick around for our second game tonight. That's going to be between the Railway Banditas and the Aftershocks, both Junction City home teams.
Cleopatra out there wearing the star for Junction City. Stardust Dunes off the line for Sin City.
Cleopatra pouring on the speed right through the back. She picks up lead jammer status for your Junction City Train Wrecks. Cleopatra screaming through the pack. She picks up 5 points. A hot trick for Cleopatra. Junction City pulling their defense together, holding back the Sin City Jammer. Sin City Jammer still has yet to complete her initial pass. Cleopatra pouring on the speed again. She gets another
4 points there for Cleopatra.
Big 9-point jam for Cleopatra, unanswered by the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Excuse me, 13-point jam for Cleopatra. That's narrowing down the score differential there, 57-113. Make some noise, Junction City fans, come on. Got an official timeout happening right now. I think the referees had to go have their seeing eye dogs checked on.
But Cleopatra is going to the penalty box.
That means Junction City is going to start this one down their jammer. Power jam right now for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Chainsaw Massacre out there jamming. Sin City starting this one on their knees. That means there's going to be a no-pack situation, which means Chainsaw Massacre is going to be immediately freed. Chainsaw Massacre running into a big wall of turquoise up in the front of the pack.
And Chainsaw Massacre cuts the track That means she came in front of the person who sent her out of bounds. She is therefore not eligible to be a lead jammer.
Chainsaw Massacre dealing with another wall of turquoise up in the front. They are out of play. They have to let her right through. 5 points. Hot trick for Chainsaw Massacre.
Once again, no pack. Kilpatra gets through, lead jammer, Kilpatra. She calls it off immediately.
Big jam there for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. We'd like to say thank you to Ace Tile. They're on South Oak Street in Midvale. Ace Tile for all your tiling needs.
Zelda Cruz out there wearing the star for the train wrecks. The Force towing the line for Sin City.
Sin City once again with the very, very, very slow start.
I actually think that was Junction City slowing that one down that time so that Dominatrix could come out of the penalty box. And the Force screams through, lead jammer for Sin City.
Zelda Cruz also free the pack. Both jammers on their scoring run right now. The Force looking for a hole through the front of this pack.
Force getting sent down to her knee. Lee Smasha going to the penalty box for that. Force calls it off, not before Zelda Cruz picks up 3 points. 2 for Sin City.
Remember, we will be having another raffle at the halftime of the second game. Please stick around for that and pick up raffle tickets for that. Also be sure to check out all the merch booths over in the corner. We've got amazing merchandise for sale right now on the track.
Ricky Glover out there wearing the star for Junction City.
Geneva Conviction for Sin City. Geneva Conviction right through the pack. She picks up lead jammer.
Ricky Glover hot on her heels. Ricky Glover calls off the jam before anybody, excuse me.
Geneva Conviction calling off that jam.
Calls off the jam before anybody can pick up any points. Hate when I do that.
With 18 minutes left in play, the score is 125 to 57. Looks like Junction City actually did pick up 1 point in that last jam.
Yes, indeed, it does. Chainsaw Massacre out there jamming for Sin City. Kilpatra off the line for Junction City Trainwrecks.
Kilpatra taking a big spill coming through the near straightaway here.
Chainsaw Massacre's lead jammer. It's a bit of a no-pack situation. Kilpatra's still looking for a hole through.
Kilpatra going down once again on the near straightaway, taking a lot of big hits from Sin City out there. 5 points picked up for Chainsaw Massacre of the Sin City Roller Girls.
It's like 4 points for Kilpatra.
Chainsaw Massacre calling off the jam. 4 more points picked up for Kilopatra before the end of that one. 8 points total for Kilopatra in that last jam. Zelda Cruz towing the line for the Junction City Trainwrecks. Looks like the force on the line for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
Jammers off the line. The force like barreling through, but Zelda Cruz breaks through first. Lead jammer for your Trainwrecks. The force going to the penalty box. That makes this a power jam for Zelda Cruz.
That means make some noise, Trainwrecks fans, come on!
Sin City with only 2 blockers and no jammer. It's a nano pack. It's as small a pack as you can have in roller derby.
Zelda Cruz right through, 5 points. Sin City right now with only 1 blocker on the track, now 2.
Sin City trying to make this thing move.
There is a no pack situation. No pack right now. That means Zelda Cruz gets a free pass right through the pack. Oh! Looks like Cherry Potter going down over there.
Another 5 points for Zelda Cruz. She is just picking this thing up.
Zelda Cruz right through again. She calls off the jam. 15 big points for Zelda Cruz.
No, that was 30 points. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a roller derby game on our hands.
Yes, we do.
"14 minutes left in play. Score 95-129. 30 some odd points separating these two teams, and as we've seen, that can be picked up in 1 jam.
It's like Ricky Glimmer out there wearing the star for the Trainwrecks. Diving, running it through.
Geneva Conviction wearing the star for Sin City. Geneva Conviction taking a big hit coming around turn number 2. Geneva Conviction trying to break her way through.
Geneva Conviction picking up lead jammer, but Wrecking Glamour hot on her heels.
Geneva Conviction slowing it down right now. I think she's going to try to tire out Wrecking Glamour. Wrecking Glamour pouring on the speed, cutting around Geneva Conviction. Geneva Conviction calling off the jam. No points scored for either team that jam. 34 points separating these two teams right now. Just under 13 minutes left in play. And towing the line right now for your Trainwrecks, Kilopatra.
She's going star to star with Stardust Dunes. A little bit of a light pack out there. Kilopatra, you're gonna dive in, but not before Stardust Dunes break through. Lead jammer, Stardust Dunes.
Both jammers free in the pack right now. They're both on their scoring run. Kilopatra getting sent to the penalty box for cutting the track. She got a cutting the track major right there. if you're new to roller derby, cutting the track is when you get sent out of bounds by somebody to come back in front of them.
Stardust Dude's also going to the penalty box. I'm not sure what for.
That means as soon as she touches her butt to that seat, Kilpatrick now back up and in play. We've got a power jam right now, Kilpatrick.
Of course, Stardust Dude will spend as much time in the penalty box as Kilpatrick spent. Not very long.
Kilpatrick getting stopped way up in the front of the pack.
I believe there is no pack.
No pack situation. Kilpatrick released. She gets right through, picks up 4 points.
Stardust Dude's on the ground. Looks like a couple of the Sin City blockers going to the penalty box for blocking out of play, too far away from the pack.
Stardust is still trying to make her way through the pack, but she was getting bumped around out there. Kilpatrick sneaking right through. She picks up 5 points. Hot trick for Kilpatrick.
Junction City showing that they learned something in this first half. And showing it off.
End of the jam. 9 points for Kilpatrick. 104-129 right now. 25 points separating these two teams.
There's an official
timeout being called by our head ref, effing ref.
Not sure what this official timeout was all about. Tried to get the story, but I did not. Going into this jam, Sin City with a couple of blockers sitting in the penalty box. They've got a micro pack, only 2 blockers and a jammer. As we've seen before, Sin City is still able to control the pack in these situations. Something that Junction City needs to learn about how to deal with.
No pack, that means jammers are now free to go. Southern Crew's getting picked off way in the back, coming around turn number 2. We have a no pack situation.
It's pretty amazing to watch Sin City control the pack with only 2 blockers.
Chainsaw Massacre right through. She picks up lead jammer for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Zelda Cruz also free in the pack. Both jammers on their scoring runs right now.
I was going to say that that is definitely the hallmark of a very experienced team when they can do that.
Chainsaw Massacre calling off that jab. She picks up 3 points for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Nothing picked up for the train wrecks. Score 132-104.
City trying to widen their lead again.
28-point difference right now. The Force lining up for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
It's like wrecking glamour. Yes, indeed, wrecking glamour for Junction City Trainwrecks.
The Force sneaking right through on the inside line. She picks up lead jammer. Looks like Wrecking Glamour getting sent to the penalty box. Bad news for the train wrecks.
They now have a nano pack, only 2 blockers out there.
And the Force sneaking right through. 5 points for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Force sneaking through one more time, another 5 points.
Nearly a full pack now as almost everybody fills the ring.
And the Force through one more time for 4 points.
And Sin City slowing this thing down. Giving the Force an opportunity to pick up more points.
The Force trying to find her way through.
Very much in, trying to keep her back.
Trainwreck's finally pulling together some semblance of defense. And the Force calling off the jam.
Well, Vixen laying a heavy hit on her right there at the end.
Big jam there by the Force. The Force giving a big shout out to her blockers after that last jam. We're waiting for a point update on the scoreboard. There it goes.
There we are. Kilopatra out there wearing the star for Junction City.
Looks like Geneva Conviction out there jamming once again for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. She's having a hard time up in the front of the pack. Split pack, they've got to let Geneva Conviction right through. Slayer Cake getting sent to the penalty box. Kilopatra pouring on the speed, almost through the back. Kilopatra finally through out there. Both jammers on scoring runs right now. 5 points picked up for Geneva Conviction. She calls off the jam.
Sin City making a big comeback, widening that lead once again.
Waiting once again for a score update. Score currently 155-104. Sin City with a healthy 51-point lead right now. Zelda Cruz out there going up against Chainsaw Massacre.
Chainsaw Massacre keeping Zelda in the booty block. Zelda pouring on the speed. She actually picks up lead jammer for the train wreck.
Zelda Cruz trying to knock Chainsaw Massacre down to the inside. Chainsaw Massacre sending Zelda Cruz out to the outside. Zelda Cruz calling off the jam. She realized that one was a losing proposition. Let's line them up and start them over. Just under 5 minutes left in play. 51 points separating the two teams. Wrecking Glamour out there on the line. Looks like she's going up against the Force.
Very light pack out there. Nearly a full penalty box.
The Force forcing her way through the front of the pack. She picks up lead jammer status for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls.
Rookie Glamour having trouble, but Cherry Bomb Sin opens up a hole for her with an excellent shoulder.
The Force cutting the track penalty. She's going to the penalty box. That means we've got a power jam right now for Wrecking Glamour. That's a good thing, Trainwrecks fans. Make some noise.
Wrecking Glamour trying to force her way through. Going on a wall of orange.
Wrecking Glamour getting sent down to her knees on the outside. Wrecking Glamour having a hard time breaking through this wall of orange.
Looking for some help from her teammates, not really getting any.
The Sin City Girls out of play. Wrecking Glamour gets a free pass. She picks up 5 points.
Glamour going to her knees.
course, on her feet, out of the penalty box, right through the pack. But that was still her initial pass. She did not pick up any points as of yet, and that is the end of the jam. Waiting for a score update right now. 8 points for the train wreck. Score 155 to 112, 158 to 112, excuse me.
3 points for Sin City.
2 minutes left on the clock. Time for one, maybe two more jams.
Timeout being called, official timeout.
Referee still with the official timeout right now. I think we had a referee in violation. I believe they found one of the referees actually wearing his corrective lenses.
That can't possibly happen.
We can't actually allow a referee to be able to see correctly. All right, looks like we actually poked one of the referee's eyes out. We're good to go again.
All right, good. Need a conviction out there towing the line. Sin City.
Killa Patra towing the line for your train wrecks. Geneva Conviction with the big, huge Pedonka block on Killa Patra. And Geneva Conviction pouring on speed, comes through the front of the pack, picks up lead jammer.
Killa Patra dealing with a whole lot of orange. And sent her out of bounds and then went backwards so that she would have to come in behind them.
Geneva Conviction muscling her way through the front of the pack. She picks up 5 points. Hot trick for Geneva Conviction. Killa Patra free the pack now. Both jammers on scoring runs.
Geneva Conviction calls off the jam.
That means we have time to line them up for one more jam. We've got Chainsaw Massacre towing the line for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Zelda Cruz out there for your Junction City train wrecks. One more jam. Let's see what happens. 163, 112. Remember, the jam goes to the natural conclusion of the jam, not the end of the period clock. Zelda Cruz getting sent out of bounds, coming out of turn number one. Chainsaw Massacre up through the front of the pack. She picks up lead jammer status for the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls. Zelda Cruz still getting caught up at the front of the pack. They have to let her through. Chainsaw Massacre calling off the jam, effectively ending the game.
Waiting for a final score.
Yes, our final score, Junction City Trainwrecks 112, fabulous Sin City Roller Girls 163. Ladies and gentlemen, please line the track as the fabulous Sin City Roller Girls take their victory lap. Come up and give them a hand. They came a long way for this victory.
Make some noise for this fantastic team.
Please stay out there as your Junction City Trainwrecks take a consolation lap. Go ahead, girls.
Trainwrecks, take your lap.